for his ankles, Sultan. Go for his ankles.
Don't worry.
There's a letter in the store. Hey, Ted, sit down. Oh, no, little Ted's fallen over. My goodness. There's a letter in the story today.
Once again on that, please.
I'm an artist. How am I expected to work with these amateurs, for God's sake?
Well, if by any chance you've got a Ted like this, I don't think I've got much of a Ted left. Goldie, get down. Good girl. Then chances are you'll have transformed it into a red Indian Ted, like this one. By the way, I know the totem pole, the teepee looks very bulky, but because it's made out of paper, it's actually very easy to fold up and pack away. So if you'd like to have a go, let's do it. The first thing you want is a teddy with 2 legs.
These children's programmes. Now, I promised you earlier that I would be returning to the BBC News and Current Affairs Department. And a fine body of men TV reporters are. Whenever there's danger, whenever the muck and the bullets are flying, skin and hair in all directions, whenever the going gets tough, the courageous men of the BBC Current Affairs Unit know exactly what to do. Send K-Davy. The BBC has a long tradition of news journalists who are cool under pressure. Is it the ice in their veins or the ice in their scotch? If there's one thing you can always be sure of, a BBC television reporter can always hold his drink. Unless, of course, that drink happens to be a cup of hot coffee and you're 45 seconds away from the dreaded red light.
45 seconds to the trail, 45.
It's a one-woman show.
Go tape.
From News from South East tonight, boroughs unite to get London's traffic moving.
Thank you, Maura. Later, we'll be bringing you up to date on the most wanted and perhaps the most dangerous man in Britain. He got away and did the police blunder.
I'm sorry, we seem to have lost that film. I was watching it on another monitor up there. But we obviously don't have it here. We'll find out what will happen in a moment. I think what we'd better do is to go into the next film, and we'll try and get that film from Rhodesia back. Our next film is about the International Monetary Fund mission, which is coming to Britain. The team of inspectors who are going to scrutinise our accounts before they agree to this gigantic new loan we're trying to raise. We already owe our foreign creditors about $19 billion, so our credit could hardly be called good in any circumstance, and the IMF men start work at a time, of course, when the British Treasury has again shown that its figures can be wrong. With Mr. Healy's disclosure, we may have to borrow even more for public spending next year than had been calculated. I'm now interrupted by a telephone, which may mean we've got the film back again. Hello? Does that mean you don't have film either of the IMF or of Rhodesia? What am I supposed to tell the panorama audience that's watching? I'm sorry about this. This is one of the most... we do occasionally have problems. As you know, those of you who watch Panorama or have watched it for many years, when we lose film, we occasionally have problems when we lose VT. I've never, in my experience, had a problem when we have lost all our film and all our VTs, and I'm left sitting here talking about a film that has no commentary on it, so there's nothing I can tell you about it. Only a few interviews in it from Rhodesia, and a rather complicated film about the IMF in Washington, the people who are arriving in London to talk about this loan. We don't even apparently have a standby film, we sometimes have, about adult literacy. So I suppose we just sit in silence. I hope you stick with BBC One while we try and sort this out.
Finally, my thanks to Hugh Smith of Holt and Kay Colson of Fordham Heath, Colchester, for sending me these little
and large bottles with impossible nails and screws through pieces of wood to further tantalize my brain on how they did it. Oh!
Over the years, your sport's taken a lot of stick, obviously. They say that you're not really sportsmen at all. You're really just sheer entertainers. You shouldn't really be classed as sportsmen. And to be quite honest, you're really just overweight ballet dancers. Anyone could be...
I'll show you what an overweight ballet dancer can do, shall I?
Well, you should be a sportsman.
Let me speak a bit. Let me speak a bit. Let me speak a bit. Easy, a little bit easy. I can't speak. You can't hear me. Loosen it slightly. A bit more. A bit more so they can hear my voice properly. A bit more, Scrub, so they can hear me properly, Scrub.
Just a bit more,
so they can hear me properly. So they can hear me. You'll have to give me a tiny bit more so I can speak properly, Scrub. A little bit more so...
Let him right off so he can speak.
OK, now, at the very end of it, Scrub, you can do a little bit more pressure, but not an awful lot.
It's this part of the bridge that the parents are particularly concerned about. The part that leads down a steep slope of an old coal tip, down to the river and the railway bridge, all irresistible. You see what I mean?